great interiors are often defined not just by how they look, but by how thoughtfully materials, textures, and spatial experiences come together. Joining me today is Shimona Bhansali from Design Hex. Thank you, Shimona, for joining us at Voices of IDAG.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, Shimona, your work often features layered material palettes. How do you decide which material should lead a space? Like, how do you decide that?
I think there's always a story or a narrative that we're trying to build on in a space because we believe when a person walks into a space, they need to feel a certain kind of emotion that the owner or the user wants the person to feel, or they themselves want to experience. I think that story builds on that, and we know, are we looking at natural earth and clay? Are we looking at a lot of colors and pop? Are we looking at gloss? Are we looking at subtlety? So I think what we're trying to achieve in the end of the day in terms of the emotion or the feeling is what drives the decision on the materials for us.
Fantastic. Is there any particular narrative that has sticked with you and you found it like, okay, this is something that you have pushed yourself, which was not in your comfort zone, but has come out like beautifully?
Yeah, I think I'm constantly only trying to push myself out of the comfort zone. I feel like same things are boring for me. And I feel like what I'm looking for is definitely new all the time. But something that I really keep as a common feature in all products is in all my projects is earth, like earth element. Like there has to be some earthiness to everything that I design. Even if there's a color pop, it has to be grounded, or use of wood. Things that belong to nature very innately. So I feel like visually also that's very important to show in my.
So you play a lot of textures also which are related to earth materials. Yes.
So I think either it's the texture, or it's the wood, or it's the flooring, or
Or it's the color palette.
something that always keeps you connected to nature as well.
Perfect. Okay, so what's that one client request that clearly comes from a social media influence? I'm sure you must be having many.
I can't point out specifically, but I'm saying that every client has that now because they have that innate fear in them that maybe my designer doesn't know something that another designer knows. But the most frequent ones are from my three favorite people in the design industry and all dear friends, Sarah,
Yes.
Riddhi and Rajiv, because all three believe in either processes, systems or newer things. And I think it's always welcome to get those kind of requests from clients because it really helps me understand what they are looking for.
Yes.
So, yes, it's a very common thing, but it's not bad. It's good.
Yeah,
and it's really great to see
yes,
my
of
three
course.
friends doing so well, taking social media by storm.
That is amazing. So tell me, are homeowners becoming like sustainability conscious or are they still trend driven?
I think there is definitely a shift in the acceptance of something sustainable when we're suggesting to the client. So that acceptance door has opened. But in terms of their demand, it's still not a very like forward thing that they're putting like it needs to be sustainable. But they want it to be maintainable and things that also becomes a part of sustainability. But if we're pushing for something which is organic, which is healthier, there's a more open, reception from clients now. But I cannot deny that it's always a little bit trend driven also. So it's a little bit of both, and there are all kinds of people.
That's fine. But do you feel that at least now they are becoming a little more conscious and more accepting?
There is a shift. There is a shift where they had never heard of something like that before, and now they want to know more about it and understand. So if they can incorporate it, why not? Because health has become at the core of everything. Health of the planet, health of the air, health of everything kind of reflects on their own health. So I think they are more open to understand that now.
Are you also seeing a shift in the materials in terms of sustainability?
110%. I think in terms of paints and what you're putting on the walls and the kind of stones, like instead of Italian marbles, people are asking, we want to do some stones, we want to experiment with something more Indian. Appreciation for local craftsmanship has increased. Want for more greenery inside has increased. So I think there is a clear requirement for those kind of materials now.
Fantastic. Tell me, how do you tell a client that that idea might not age well without offending them?
Very upfrontly, but it's like my words are soft, but I say it straight.
Okay, that's a good way to put it. How do you ensure that interiors remain timeless rather than becoming trend driven?
I think it's very easy to get carried away with that one beautiful picture that you're looking and you want to have in your space. But I think I always take 5 steps back and look at it from a third person perspective. Like it's called like I think there's a God lens that I have that I like take myself out of the place and look at it from outside and think, what am I feeling over time over it, and I get a sense of whether it's going to get boring for me. Or so I think that when I introduce elements that might get boring, I try to introduce them in smaller bits and pieces and more changeable, and things are a little bit more flexible. In the fixed elements, I avoid bigger sculptures, bigger things, that you will get out of it very quickly. So I think I enjoyed putting art or crazy bits in smaller sizes.
I think that's a very good tip also for homeowners. Like if you want to experiment, do it in smaller portions so that it's
worked for me.
Yes. Of course. Okay, now a quick rapid fire question. One material you love working with?
Wood. I like wood the most. I think I'm most fluid and most experimental with wood.
Fantastic. And one underrated design you feel like, or a habit?
Sketching.
Do you feel?
Always and forever. I don't know how I'm having this conversation with you without sketching.
Oh my God! Wow, that is amazing. Good to see. Okay, thank you so much, Amona, for being on part of Voices of IDAC. It was wonderful having you on board. Yes, thank you so much. Thoughtful interiors are often defined by smallest details, from materials to spatial experiences. Thank you for joining us at Voices of IDAC.